I bet you didn't expect to see basically finished artwork on the screen. They aren't finished, they are still work in progress. Today I'm going to be working on, if it wasn't clear from the title, I'm working on the Apothecary Diaries. Wow, it's a mouthful even in English. Characters. I'm drawing Mao Mao and Jinshi. I'm not actually, like, believe it or not, not really a big anime watcher, weirdly enough, even though my art style is kind of anime-like. I am Japanese. I don't actually watch that much anime. I would like to get back into it, specifically to practice Japanese. But it's kind of hard to watch it while I'm drawing, because I watch everything with subtitles, basically. So, it's a little tricky. I had some really bad markets, I'm not gonna lie, and that's how I basically drew these guys. I had like four markets in 1 week, and 2 of them were really, really dead. So I did the line art, I did the painting in them. They are still not fully polished, and if I zoom in, you can see that Procreate has limitations. So now it's time to like bring it up to standard of everything else. I mean, it's kind of okay if I was just to do stickers. Fine, I guess. But I wanted it to be even cuter because, like, look, this is ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this. I also didn't like solidify the text. I wasn't sure if I liked it. Also, I think in the Japanese version she says, like, I can't remember the word for poison, starts with a D, do, jo. I don't remember. But she says this is poison. And I saw the dubbed version, like a clip of it, and she does say this is poison, not it's poison. But I'm like, do I want to put it as this is poison? Does it matter? I don't know. For Jinshi, I thought like, oh, he's like story-wise, he's like this really handsome, pretty person. So he's like flipping his hair, and on the side it says kira kira, which is like sparkly. Thus the sparkles. So I'm gonna polish them up. I'm assuming that I'm gonna have extra time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to do either Zelda, or I'm going to do 2 stickers for Kpop Demon Hunters. I don't know if Kpop Demon Hunters hype is dying, so if somebody has a preference, you can tell me, because I was planning on doing both, but you know, I don't know yet. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna be so real. My press-on nail popped off, so I'm gonna like do my best. Because it's still, I think, drying for like the next hour, it's curing or whatever. So, if it pops off, don't judge me. My sad, nailless finger. Okay. How should I do this? I wonder if I should cut them out. They are part of the background right now. This is all one thing. Also, I did notice she's in fancy clothing here, and then Gino is not. Not Gino, sorry. Jinshi, I was thinking of Gino. Jinshi is not. I realized he does have another outfit. So I was thinking I should probably change him into that one. I think at the time, I didn't know what to search up. But I saw it recently, so I probably will change his outfit. Let me search it up. I don't know what to search up. Fancy outfit? Fancy outfit, thank you. No? Why is it so hard to find this? Like, he's definitely wearing something different. I can find merch of it, but I can't find the actual image of it. Isn't that crazy? Okay. It's like a tiny image. But it's prettier. I don't know. Okay. Wow, this image is huge. It takes up the whole thing. That never happens. What is this? What is going on? Okay. But these are the outfits that I was doing. Also, Mao Mao's hair is a little bit more green. I think I ended up putting her a little bit more blue. My bad. To be fair, I was working on the Procreate, and the was kind of hard to like Google something and like reference it. I know that they have a reference image thing, but I was also working technically, so it was a little bit tricky. I do it like this because this is massive. No reason. Because I feel like this would be like prettier. Wow, that's pixelated. It's like, okay. All right. Are we in? Are we there yet? Are we going? We're starting. Ready? You ready? I always like introduce it for like a few minutes, which is just like natural, because it feels weird to just jump in. But also, if anybody wants to show up and then, you know, a little later, it works. I did this one like kind of like sticker form, like it's a sticker within a sticker. One thing I did have an issue with was this bottom right here. I didn't know if I should extend this and continue it as a sticker. It felt weird. This is also why it's not complete technically, because I was also experimenting with like maybe making it like a full, this is ugly. Full circle. This is not a really good example of what I'm talking about. Something like that. But then the text was like popping out, so then I was like, I don't know how I want to do this sticker at all. You see? That's why it's not finished, because I was like, there's gotta be a reason that we crop it in this weird way. I'm experimenting. Let me see. Before I like cut everything out and try and figure out my life. I often see artists do the thing of like adding a frame for the sticker. Ooh, maybe I should lock you in place. But I've never actually done that. I always do it like they're separated. You were here for my Persona 5 stickers. You would have seen. They usually end up like done like this, where like this part here is all like separated and then the border goes around them. Just naturally how stickers go. If I was to do a sticker like this would be the border. Like I've drawn in the border essentially, like custom. But then I think this would be really cute too, and then have it like have the interesting shape on the inside. But it's just something I've never done before, so I don't know how I feel about it. And then the text is already popping out, so like, do you see my dilemma? Are you seeing it? It's like this. The N is gonna stick out, the P is gonna stick out, and this is gonna stick out. But is that cool? Like, I think it's cool. I don't know. This was really hard to do in Procreate because I had limited layers. So then I was like, how many? Like I can only experiment so many times. So I'm gonna cut her out, away from the text and the background. I'm gonna save it, and then we're gonna figure out what the heck we're gonna do because I'm pro. I don't know. I'm gonna cut like this first. Cookie cutter style. Look at them. They're gone. Oh, bam. Oh. I also have to fix their faces because, again, Procreate, I have limitations. I can't draw as precisely as I want. I also can't use liquify as well as I want, like here. This was bothering. I don't know what it is. I changed my pen in Procreate and now I can't like liquify properly. Also, I'm so hardcore. I legit like, I broke the pen nib. I'm just kidding. I saved it. I like stored it wrong and I broke it. So, don't love Procreate all that much. Prefer this. Oh, speaking of, you can now see exactly what program I am using because there are like multiple versions. You can now see it in my description. But if you're on Twitch, you can actually see the tablet I am using as well. Hey, but if you have questions, I'll tell you. Anyway, I'm just procrastinating. How should I do this? Do I just like... Wow, I made it really challenging for myself. How do I do this? Maybe I do it like this. I should duplicate it and then erase it. And then use that one as reference. Maybe that's smarter. See, now she's like this, and then I can just erase around. Right. We're going backwards. This is a very weird process. Arguably, I could have done this off stream, but then that would not give us a chance to fangirl over Apothecary Diaries together. So... yeah. Honestly, when I do fan art now, I try to do a set of 3 if I'm going to make it stickers. But the problem is, with Apothecary Diaries, I feel like there's only 2 real interesting characters. Am I wrong? Like, is there another character that's interesting? I thought it would be like cat version of Mao Mao, but then I was like, okay, but that just seems derivative. I feel like I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. So, in the end, we only have 2 versions, 2 characters. Maybe there was something else. That, like, okay, correct myself. There are other characters, but are they cool enough to make, like, somebody would want a sticker of them? I don't think. I don't know, man. By the way, I watched this in Japan, so that's part of the reason you caught me actually watching an anime, is because I didn't have anything else to do. I was watching Japanese Netflix inside the at the hotel. I was like, well, what else am I gonna do? I'm too tired to walk more, but also I want to stay awake. So, and then we went to Akihabara. If you don't know, if you've played Persona, you know. But Akihabara has all of the like anime merch things, and I don't know, Akiba I feel like it's more like video game stuff, but they had a bunch of anime merch regardless. Any store that I went to that had anime merch, it was filled with Apothecary Diaries stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, but like I don't really do that much fan art, and I don't think I would draw them. I'm not that big of a fan. And then here I am. I was so late to the game, but I watched it so early. It wasn't even in Canada at the time. Like, you couldn't watch it on Canadian Netflix. So I was like, dang, I could have cornered the market. I didn't. It's okay, it's fine, it's whatever. It was more like, oh, I have the opportunity to do fan art now. What am I gonna draw? I don't know. What am I a fan of? I'm not a big fan, like as much as I say fangirl, I'm not actually a big fan of anything that hardcore. Like I see some people who buy like a bunch of like Love in Deep Space. They're very popular right now. Merchandise, or the cosplayers who are like really big. Fandoms are, you know, they fuel the love for the IP really, but I'm not really actually that big of a fan of any. Not anymore, I think. Unfortunately. I don't know. When I was younger, I was much more into it. Now I think I just don't know. I naturally started painting her. Okay, she's separated. This was her before. She looked kind of impressive, right? We're gonna figure out this design. You and me, we're gonna figure it out. Somehow. Alright. It's also nice to have this one so you can see what I change, because I'm sure I'm going to make it prettier. Make it stand out better. I don't know if this is boring, but like if you get bored, I don't know, talk to me or something. I'll yap and then it'll be less boring. Right? Like when you go to do homework with your friend and then you actually have done absolutely no progress whatsoever because you just yap the whole time. I call somebody out. That's me. Oops. wanted to fully remove all this pixelation because it's gonna be kind of tiny. But actually, we should check the size of this image. How big is this image? Oh, this image is tiny. That's kind of a problem. So right now the width is 6 inches. It's not even 6 inches. It's 5.97, and then the height is 4.17 inches. Make it make sense. That's weird. Okay, so they are tiny. So like they're the actually when I print stickers, they typically are like 4 inches. So if the canvas is this size, she is like less than 2 inches. She's like 1.5 inches maybe. I can't measure it right now, but she's too small. Basically, if I print it bigger, yeah, you will see all the pixelation and problems. So let's make it bigger. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna make the image bigger, but then we'll see that there's gonna be problems. Oh man. Oh shucks. I make this taller. Maybe this is too big. I'm gonna make it 8 inches high. Oh man. Let's see how bad it is. Alright. It's fine. We're doing great. I do want to add that back. I just don't know where we're gonna crop her now. I'm going backwards in time. It's a little bit weird. Wait. I want to add like a thing for y'all so you can see what I'm doing. While I'm doing it. I don't know if it'll work very well, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay. Put her over here. Jinshi, you need to leave. I'm so sorry. I'm kicking you out. You gotta go. Goodbye. See you later. We're gonna get to you. Wait your turn. That way, it doesn't look like we're halfway through the stream. Because it was kind of weird that I just was like, hey, so they're done basically. They're not though. They look like it. Wait, seems like a very aggressive color. Let me make it hot pink instead. Isn't that also aggressive? Before the plan. But it's actually really hard to write. I don't know what that's about. But am I the only one who hates writing in print? Okay, just so you know, this is my actual writing. And there's stabilization, so it doesn't let me write properly. Alright. Okay. Let's get at it. Alright. Now I can use this rough pen. And it'll work properly. I guess we do have to color change her a little bit. I'm gonna do my best, which is better for you as my viewer. Congratulations. You get to enjoy me not zooming in because it's not really important. Her neck feels like disjointed, doesn't it? Like her. I feel like she should be here. Ma'am? Ma'am? I'm trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Sorry. Ma'am? Move over here. You know, y'all are actually not the first people to see this progress. When I was working on this in public, there were two chances of me, two moments where I flipped my iPad around to show somebody. One person was actually watching me. One other vendor was like, "What's she doing over there?" And then, surprise, surprise, this vendor actually commissioned me later, so nice drawing in public marketing, I guess. Another time was actually not as positive. Somebody, I can tell, like when you talk in front of a retail worker or whatever, we can hear you. This guy and this other person came up and was like, and they were whispering, or the guy was whispering to this girl and was like, "Do you think it's AI? I think it's AI." And then she's like, no, it's not. And then I literally took the iPad, flipped it around and was like, "No, I'm drawing right now. I've been drawing. I'm here." So, two times somebody has seen it before. Hello, Scrubbo, how are you? Telling the story. The harrowing retail story. I have escaped retail, but not really because I work for myself. Also, another thing that I wanted to fix with her was I wanted to make it a little bit more like she's a little bit, not evil, like devious. We love retail. Oh, don't we? It was a really funny moment. Actually, it was a really funny moment, but at the same time, I was having like the worst day. And after that comment, I was like, I just want to go home. That was so mean, actually. Dude, I have a sign, leave me alone. It was a really long market day. It was like, I think I was selling for 9 hours. Dude, if it wasn't working for myself, you couldn't pay me to do that. It was like crazy. Yeah, don't mess with the artists who are at Artist Alley. They're putting in hours. A lot of hours, not just into their stuff, but like just sitting there for a really long time. You should probably be cool to them. Some people are really cool and they actually bring snacks. Those people are so cool. Somebody brought homemade Timbits one time. If you're Canadian, you know what those are, but they're like donut holes essentially. But I hate the term donut holes. I don't know, it's a really weird term for the inner donut. The inner workings of a donut. Donut holes? Yeah. Why? This sounds wrong. Hello? Where are we? Where? Huh? Not this one. There's a version of her somewhere. Oh, she said mic. I can't turn it on and off now because I've moved it, right? Apparently there's some argument on her eye color between the manga and the anime. Like her eye color is different or something. Somebody had pointed it out. A double check. What's her eye color? What is it? Mao Mao, eye color. Ahem. Ooh, okay, so she has blue eyes in the anime adaptation and most merchandise. But her eye color is purple in the light novel illustration. So, blue-purple is the correct color that we need to go with. See, I'm glad I checked. Which is easy because my art style, I can easily mix colors, right? So, I think I already did this. I naturally, in some clips in the anime, her eyes are both colors. I think it's just hard when you like zoom out and you simplify and it's animated and all that. Do you see how pixelated this is? Hey now. Hey now. This is not how I live my life. Not usually. My stuff is not usually this pixelated, okay? my art can be like messy, but like intentionally, and then my room can be messy, but unintentionally, but you can't see my room. I move the camera so cleverly. It's a mess back here. You don't need to see it. You don't need to see it at all. I did film or edit a vlog for this month. It's coming out like next week or something. It's coming out before the end of the month. I don't know. It's end of the month. Okay, that's my plan. One YouTube video per month. There's a clip where I show what happens after I do some sticker cutting, and dude, it's so messy. There's like tape, sticker, residue, literally everything. Ink, just everywhere. I pack everybody's products super nicely and pretty, but while I'm making the product, do not think it came from a clean workhouse, okay? It came from me, and I am not very clean in general. Yeah. So that's how I live my life. Man. Also, doesn't it feel like chores just never end? Like low-key, like I don't know. I think it's a me thing, really. But do the laundry. I finish folding the laundry, and then I'm like, oh man, there's more laundry. It's never over. So it's never done. I don't know. Like the dishes are drying, so then I'm like, let me take out a new dish. Rather than the dish that's half wet. And now I have 7 cups in my room. I don't know. Seven cups in this. Well, there's nothing in this one. I did. How I live my life, I guess. You know that like funny thing where it's like, you live like this? I do. I'm so sorry. I haven't done anything productive here. Let me lock in for like 2 seconds. Ooh, maybe these. Ooh. This is not what an ear looks like. What? Hey, man. I did film actually me working on the rest of this process, so eventually you will see that. It's not like I just jumped to and was like, oh shoot, I should really record this, huh? Oop. Whoop. Where's the thing? Record. Not that I did anything productive yet. Maybe it was for the best. Because now when I record it, it looks like I didn't do it. Perfect. The illusion, it's working. Okay. Here was the part where I was like, this is ridiculous. Why is it the most pixelated? Even when I was doing it, I was like, why am I drawing with pixels? This ain't pixel art. Why is it pixelated? I said I was gonna try not to zoom in, but this area is wacky. I believe to do the line art, I actually didn't do the line art. I did line art, but I didn't actually color the line art. I used soft light. Don't always use it. In this one it worked. Except I had to do soft light twice. I had to duplicate the layer twice. Alright, now we make this part messy so it looks like I did it for real. Expand the green in her hair. So it looks like it's hair color. Oh? Who are you? You're not welcome here. Excuse me. Get out of here. Leave. this part interesting. No. There we go. Now it's interesting. It's not just straight green. You know, I have a yukata actually. Apparently I have quite a few yukata. I didn't realize I have so many in my closet. I've only worn one. I don't know what happened actually. But it is also pink and green. I haven't actually worn it out. I would like to, like if I ever go to a Japanese event, you might catch me wearing a yukata. I have the shoes, I just never wear them. Because like, where am I going to wear Japanese clothes? In Canada, like a little bit. I wonder if somebody would ask me if I'm cosplaying if I went out wearing Japanese clothes. Surely not, right? I don't know. I don't know about that one. But like, I have a confession a little bit. In my household, we have two options a lot of the time. You can use chopsticks or you can use a fork and knife, right? And it's like a test. It's like, oh. What are you gonna use? And I eat Japanese foods with a fork. And then we joke that it's like, man, your ancestors are so not proud of you right now. And I'm like, but it's easier. You can't tell me that using chopsticks is easier than using a fork. You just stab. A kid could do that. Chopsticks, you have like a whole thing. You have to like balance and like, what's the word? Understand how much pressure you're putting on. It's not easier, okay? So, yeah, fork. I pick fork. All right. Oh, she looks more polished already. I think this was supposed to be like, I don't actually know. It looks like it was supposed to be like this or something. I don't know, but that doesn't really fit her. What the plan was there? Trying to decipher the ancient text. Meaning, ask me. Okay. So this part here is this part here, clearly. So then, what the heck? Hello? What? Hey. Wow, Suzuki, why'd you give me so much work? I like work, but also I like work that makes sense, you know? So this is this part. This should be like this, actually. Hey, man. Somebody thought this through. Somebody being me right now. You know, I always see anime characters with this hairstyle. Not this exact hairstyle, but the hairstyle of like really loose ponytail tied only at the end. And I kind of get it, but also I... Right, now we gotta fix this part. wanted it even more like, I don't know. Not sure about that one. Alright, I think now it's time to do the step I skipped in Procreate, which is just go around and line it properly. Make it look more 3D. See, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I spent a century. I have been really enjoying adding this step, actually. Yep. Do the multiply. We may find that I, in fact, did not clean it as well as I wanted to. We're gonna find out. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this line dark or if I'm... Actually. Maybe like this. Even more pointy. Not pointy, but super defined. Here. Make it more 2D, essentially, which is doesn't really make sense. Like, why is that the goal? I don't ask me. It just looks cooler, okay? Might be a little bit too much. A little bit too. Or does her face look very wide? Merge it, and we're going to push this part in, I guess. Alright, I'm going to add some, like shiny highlights now. Nose has it. This is actually not white, it's yellow. Actually, the lighting is coming from the other side. Whoops, my bad. Ooh. Dang, maybe it's a bit too much. Maybe it's a little hardcore. A little bit. I did see an interesting thing recently where somebody was a cosplay wig maker. He painted the highlights onto the hair. And I was like, oh, it does look shinier. It's like a fake highlight that's painted on there. That was a clever illusion. Somebody was asking on threads, not me specifically, but they were asking, how do artists draw flowers and it seems effortless and like really fast? Yeah, this is how. Don't zoom in. Do very little, actually. When you add too much detail to the tongue, it actually freaks me. Very, very, very little. There's clearly a lot of things that freak me out. Alright, there she is. Now we work on the actual sticker part. Actually, hold on. Sure. This might be wrong. Slightly. I do think it is. Hold on. Let me fix a tiny bit. I think the positioning is wrong. Like, it doesn't actually look like it's on her neck. I don't know how it's on her, but it's not on her right. Not on her right? On what? English. Oh, get the right color, please. I cannot tell if the music is actually super loud or if it's a now or forever hold your peace, I guess. Key says. Pieces of your exploded eardrum. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, we added more mess and we made it more cute. I think. I do think like a little like there the sketch looked better. That's why I was like, there's something about her expression that's a little bit off from what I originally was going. But, you know, what can you do, I guess? Like, she was more devious in her original sketch, where she kind of looked like but that just makes her look annoyed. It's like a slight small change to her eyebrow, but I cannot. Or her lip, I cannot. You know what she reminds me of? Right now, this pose reminds me of... I'm sure you know it. I'm sure. This milky candy. That's what it reminds me of. It's her. That's it. That's the iconic thing that I was going for, clearly. All right. So, we are going for this, but better. Let's do that then. Alright, how are we gonna do this? I thought about doing it as a circle, right? So, let me try that, I guess, and see if it works. Let's pray it works, because, man... I would like the regular brush, please. Like this. What? What happened? Like that. There you go. There you go. There you go, buddy. I guess I can teach y'all how I do not text, but these little effects. I learned them recently and now I have used the heck out of them and put them in every artwork. So I crop it weird. Now we're doing this color, right? Hidden by a blue egg. Alright, so she's gonna have to be clipped to it. Ah. I did not clean that well, you can tell. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. So this is really pointy. I don't know whose hair is pointy like that naturally, but like... you should be studied for hair gel purposes. Okay. Now we do all the effects within this little thing. I'm doing clipping mask here. Now if you can't see what I'm doing here, let me move it up here. Over here. So I'm doing like the background and then I'm going to do the clipping mask, which is like a little red thing here. This little red mark here is implying that. I'm not going to use the gradient because it's kind of annoying in Clip Studio, I think. To build on it. And I'm going to use yellow. So then it kind of became the green in her hair, and it makes sense. And her highlight is yellow, so it works. This... I don't know if I'm gonna add it here. We're gonna leave it solid here because the text is gonna be there, right? And then... the way I did it previously. This is also why I needed to do it in Clip Studio, because Procreate, I could not do it to this level of polish. So I'm going to select the character, expand the selection. I don't know how much. It's 40. 50? 50. Because I've already done this, I'm gonna just take the colors that I used before. Select. Okay, sorry. Select, put it below her. Goodness gracious. I didn't select something wrong, right? Ah, this is what I was selecting earlier. A little. Which is kind of good that it selected it so now I can see them. What else did it select? That's... oh! Excuse me. That's how you know I didn't clean it very perfect. Perfect, but you can't see it, therefore it's good enough. So now I'm gonna make it look like a sticker. which is kind of, is meta the right term here? It's a sticker within a sticker, you know, very bizarre. Also, I just noticed this small thing that I want to fix it. I want to fix it so bad. It was weirdly blobby by taste. Right. Wait, this side's blobby too. Alright, moving on. I mean, if anything, let this show you that it's okay to go back and fix it. So I released the clipping mask because now I'm clipping this specific white. I'm going to, in this case, originally I think I just took like a darker blue, but I'm just color selecting because I already did this work. Let me steal from myself. And then make it look like wherever there's something on top of it, I'm going to shade it so it looks like there's shadow for it. Not perfectly, vaguely. I don't know if these are going to be like more interesting this way. I like the look of it. Maybe it's a little bit crazy. But hopefully, you know, again, I wanted to do 3 characters, but I can only think of 2 cool characters. So this is like upping. This is the additional character, the background. All right, now I'm going to merge this part, I think. Ooh, hold on. Add it here. Merges down. I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to select this. I'm going to expand it. This time, I'm lining it with like this blue color. This darker blue color. So now it looks 3D. But we don't have to do 50, that's crazy. Stealing my colors again. And now it's very clean. Arguably, maybe it's better I do it messy, but I don't know. How do we feel? Oh, how do I feel? No. You can see the difference now, right? Like, this one is much more cute than this one. Right? I did not just spend like 20 minutes doing nothing. Promise. I need you to believe me. They don't look the same. They don't. All right. Now I can clip it back to the thing. And I'm going to add this, not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but this background is a tone color. Oh. Ooh. Hey, buddy. Left it there. What's happening? It's so sensitive. I'm not really sure if I like it that crazy. Maybe like that. I kind of liked it being more like messy, but I don't know. I will actually change it. For now, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the tone part. I believe I can apply it like this. Not sure. I'm gonna have to test this. So if I go to layer property and I do this second one here, it's tone now, right? Reduce it like crazy. I'm so sorry if you have trypophobia, this crazy. But I can change the shape of it as well. Make it into a flower, apparently. I don't know if you can see it. See, there are little flowers now. Ninja star. Little hearts. You would think I use this one. Of course, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna make it as big as possible. I'm going with circle. That's what I did previously. It doesn't look like I went with circle. It was actually circle, but Procreate doesn't do it very well, so. I believe I can. A way to do this. I don't remember. Oh. There's a way to make this colored. I'm blanking right now. Hold on. Well, if you click random buttons, maybe you'll find the answer. What do you know? There it is. Is that how I did it last time? I think so. I think I made it a little bit more yellow than original, but I wish there was an in-between of these two, you know? Oh. What? Have you seen like traditional manga artists do tone and things? They like cut pieces out to do this part. I don't have the patience, so this is as good as it gets for me. We're going to do something similar. So you see if I erase this, not there anymore. I can actually reduce so it matches the previous version. Trying to match my previous work, just more polished, basically. No, you know what? Stop it! It looks like a lot now, but then there's going to be sparkles and things like that on top, so then it'll, you know, will focus a little bit. On the right side also, there's going to be text. It'll work. I hope. I pray. What's next? Ah, right. I wanted to do it on top of her as well. So let's use what we just learned and hopefully it'll work. Man, I hope it works. I'm going to instead do it like this. So I'm going to select her because now that there's like a clipping mask on clipping mask on clipping mask, there's no way if I do a clipping mask that it stays confined to her unless I do it like this and I do a mask. So it can only be on her. Now, clearly it doesn't matter what color I put on here. It's a matter of like placement. But the plan is to put it like here, right? Approximately. Ooh, so sorry again if you have the trypophobias. That's a rough time. Right. Obviously this is too much, right? So I go back. Now I can erase with the effect still on. The Wait, it's too little now, right? Something like that. Oh, that's a mask. If I do it within the mask, then it just like fades it out. If I do it within the layer, makes the little bone ball things smaller. Okie dokie. And there she is. Now I'm gonna do the sparkle. And sparkles is essentially gonna be the exact same thing that we just did. I'm gonna pick the color. Goodness gracious. The sparkles can be this messy brush, and then the outside of it will be clean. The same way she's clean, I mean she's messy and then the outside is clean. We got one here and then we got one over here. Honestly, we could make these even bigger. Actually a new thing that I've adopted in my style, probably because I just changed programs. That's literally the only thing that made it different. I experimented, found stuff that I liked, and it's here now. Program makes a big difference. Part a little fatter. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. This one had the exact same thing as the outer line here. So I'm gonna do the sparkles on one layer, and then separate layer I'm going to do the exact same thing I did to character itself. There are some artists who just go straight from Procreate into like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the polished version. But I think it works really well if you have a simpler style. I'm not saying that some artists that don't have a simple style use it. I say that wrong. Some artists who don't have a simple style, they still use it. I don't like the feeling, and I feel like I'm limited. So here we are doing the most. It's very extra, I feel like. But you can totally see, like, the level of what I wanted to do is here. And then the level of what I could do, because I mean, I could draw all day in Procreate and it won't get to this level because I can't. I don't know. Can't do it. Maybe it's a skill issue, but I'm okay with that. I don't care. I don't want to use it. I believe they have Clip Studio Paint on the iPad, but it's like you have to pay for it again or something. I don't remember. There's like some limitations or something, and I'm like, man, I don't. No. No. I believe it's because they have to do more updates. It's iOS or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Originally, I made this one like underneath her hair, but now I'm beginning to think that doesn't really make sense. I feel like it should be above her hair. And here. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. There it is. She's got some sparkles. Gonna select them. Hopefully I did them clean enough where I don't have to, you know, struggle. So I did her border at 50, so maybe their border is 20? Maybe? I don't know. It's a lot of guessing. A lot of guessing. Fill it like crazy. I don't know if you can hear my mouse. I was like, I'm not about to clean all that. That's ridiculous. It's annoying. That's what happens when you don't have clean things and then you use a border. There is another tool for this actually that I could have used. I don't know if it'll work. Let me test it. Just for educational purposes. We have a border tool. Does that look better? Let's compare. Can't compare because they're... the issue is I can't really color those lines. Unless I like... I can't, right? This layer... It only consists of like... Yeah, you can see. It only will select those. It won't actually select the border that is included. So we're not going to do it this way because I want to paint on top. If I wasn't painting on top of the border, then it would be fine. However, I am painting on top of the border, therefore, no bueno. Like the Kinder Bueno that you can't buy in... Sorry, maybe a Sorb subject. sorry. This is very sad. Actually, I feel like we should move this. Good spot. You're here. You are here. You are here. I was watching Jacksepticeye, and honestly, he reminds me of me in the sense that he just says things that come up into his mind, but I feel like I hold back. I'm like, I don't... Let me not say everything that comes up. Because some of my jokes are so bad, but they're from the small jokes that you do get, just so you know, there's more that are just like, they're just terrible. Ooh. Make it bigger? Bigger? It's the rule of like 1, 2, 3. When you have 2, you put them together, and then 1 is like separated. Oh, hello, Raiju. How are you? Dang, it's like winter, right? So my hands are like crazy dry. They're mad dry right now. All right. Same thing. We're gonna take this layer. This is like really intense. Sword. Did you do some crazy? Did you push your body really hard? I was gonna say it could be exercise, but it could also just be like I woke up wrong, so this like side of my neck is messed up. And I didn't do anything, so I just like woke up and happened to be past the age of 15. So I was watching a video about like stretching your neck, and then there was somebody who commented, "I'm only 18, I'm watching this video, I'm cooked." And I was like, dang man. If you're struggling, no hope for the rest of us. Oh no, a car accident! Is the car okay? Are you okay? Is everyone okay? That's the important one. Who cares about the car? Are you okay? I was in one car accident in my life, and I was fine. The car was fine, and I still ended up being crazy sore just because I was so nervous. It was so scary. Maybe we should like blur out the. I don't know if I feel about it. Let's do this one. Ooh, if the airbag launched, it probably was a bad accident, huh? Ouch. Well, I hope everything works out okay, and I'm glad that you're okay. That's very. When I got in an accident, it happened in winter, so the weather that we have now, so it's more common. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know how the weather is for you right now, but it seems like the type of time where things would happen. Maybe like this is better. Oh no, the car. Insurance? I hope. I pray. I hope the insurance will help you. Is that sounds like a rough. I actually felt really bad when I got in an accident because it wasn't my fault, or legally it wasn't my fault. I felt like it was the most Canadian interaction actually. Both of us apologized, but technically it was not my fault, and I felt so bad for the guy because like that meant he had to take the brunt of it essentially. I didn't have to pay much. No! So it was the snow. Oh no. There have already been a few times where I have snow tires on, but there have been a few times where the car keeps going. I'm so used to it now, but like there are points where you're like, oh, I didn't expect that one. So like, when you turn and it starts going out of control, it just have a starry face of like, yeah, just Canadian weather, whatever. It'll sort itself out. But when it doesn't sort itself out in about 2 seconds, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It starts spinning like crazy. Canada's scary. Well, Canada and also the States and US that have this crazy snow. Feel for you. I think it can happen to anyone. So sorry for you. Rough. It really does happen so often. It's 20 centimeters. Where I am, it's also snowing a lot, but like, I think this week it's starting to warm up again. Not sure. But we have had some, luckily I haven't had to drive while the snow was going. I'm gonna have to drive tomorrow. I did have to drive today, and I was like, please, I don't want to leave my house. Please don't make me, sir. It's scary out there. Where is this layer? Okay. Yeah, it's scary. Dang it. Gonna make it look 3D. Not as clean. Maybe I'll clean it. I don't know. I want to. I care. I'm gonna select this part again. Now that we have this part. I don't know when the worst snow we've had was so far, but it got bad really fast. Kind of surprising. Cute! Stickers within a sticker within a sticker. It's like crazy thing. Alright, now we have to do the part that I have been dreading. The text. Where are we? Here. So now we put this in a layer. I still don't know if I prefer it, the previous version to this version, the one in the border without a border. I don't know. I don't know how people use their stickers. Like, I know how I use my stickers, but I don't know how other people prefer it. Like, do they like a sticker that's like a solid piece? Or do they like stickers that have like a unique silhouette? I don't know. Oh yeah. Gotta find out later. Don't know if I should type it in text. Textured ones. Do you mean like physically textured? Or do you mean like the silhouette is different? I think all of mine are move. Physically textured. So far, all of mine are like glossy, except for a few of them. I have a soft touch, partially because I was like, dude, what the heck does that mean? I want to know what that means. What does it mean, soft touch? I have 2 stickers that are soft, and it feels like it's soft. I don't know how to explain that. It's just like, ooh, soft. I don't know. But the glossy ones feel kind of like my nails, my fake nails. They're like very smooth with a V. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Am I going to do it? Am I gonna write it out? Or am I going to... The smarter decision is to type it and then use the type as like reference. But then it kind of loses personality too. I don't know. I don't know. I do like those like bubble stickers. Those are cool. I've not even thought of trying it myself. Right, I still haven't decided. Should I put it's poison or this is poison? Because technically the line is this is poison, but it's is shorter. So it might look cuter. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, and now we have to do the other letters, which is... This is the letter, this is the font that I use for all my branding. But, to be honest, probably gonna change it. No idea. How do I do this? Can I just like... Oh no. I don't think I like that O. That's just a circle. Croissant. Croissant. A little bit of a weirdo. Whenever I think poison, I think of croissant in French, and then whenever I think of croissants, I think of croissant. Oh, hello. Hello, fellow human. How are you? This is not typing. Why are you not typing? Oh, there we go. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we're gonna try our best, okay? Oh, is there not a... There's... Okay, I can't change it. We're gonna do our best. It's the only thing I know how to do, and it's the only thing I'm paid to do. I used to say that line all the time, where it was, when I was working, not minimum wage, I was working at a good wage, actually. I would say, I'm just gonna do my best, because that's all they pay me to do. If they want me to do better, they're gonna have to pay me billions. So, and now I pay myself, and I still can only do my best, arguably. I don't know about that one. It's just going to be our reference. We're not going to use it perfectly, I think. Okay, these O's, they're too... I'm so sorry. You're too round for me. So we're gonna... I never have like an opportunity to say that stupid audio. It's like, so you think I'm skinny? Chronically online, I'm telling you. The other day I was doing taxes. And my brain was so melted after doing any kind of math, any kind of legal jargon, I was just dead. So then I started just doom scrolling for like a century. It felt like just brain rot, just completely. It's alright. I no longer have to do any more. And if you're from US, fun fact, whenever I have to do taxes, if anything, because US and Canada were like this, anytime I have to do taxes, if it's ever related to the US, if it's online service or whatever, I have to do a whole thing and be like, no, I'm Canadian. Actually, I'm Canadian. I don't have to pay that tax. But then I have to do paperwork to prove that. And then I'm like, can you just leave him Canadian and just not ask me any more questions? I don't want to. Just stop. Just search me up, okay? You know I'm Canadian. Just stop asking me questions. It's scary. And then I search it up and it's like, oh yeah, you just check this box. It's fine. They'll understand. I'm like, are you sure though? I don't want the IRS coming from me. I'm not even from that country. Please. So you can imagine, I was completely dead after doing all that. I was like, no. Can't make mistake. If I make mistake, big problem. I feel like if you make a mistake in Canada, they'd be pretty nice about it. They'd be like, oh yeah, you just made a mistake, don't worry about it. But I feel like the US is like, give me the money. So I'm even more scared. I'm like, please stop. I don't know why I have this thinking, because it's absolutely, that's absolutely not how it works. That's how it works in my brain. Canada, nice. America, a little scary. Poison. So there's a speed paint because I have it on, or time lapse because I have it on Procreate, and I swear I did this text for like a good hour, just the text. So I have already done the trials. Like a Herculean? Herculean? Yes? Task to do this. I want to make it like cute, but I also don't know how to do that, so. Sorry, that do anything? Oh, speaking of America and Canada, I always say that if you're American and like if you compare American and Canadian accent, it's pretty similar. Like, I mean, America has a bunch of different accents, so does Canada, but if you were to compare my accent to a standard American, I feel like we sound similar. And then I watched my vlog that I've been editing for this month, and I realized I have what's it called? I think it's Canadian upswing, where I end all my sentences up like an Australian. Australians also do this. And now I can't unhear it. So now I curse you with it, where a lot of my sentences, I end them up rather than down. I can't, now I don't know what I'm doing with my voice, but everything I say sounds like a question. Ooh, bonjour. Comment ça va? How are you? How's it going? I was talking about Canadian accent. Speaking of that, French Canadian sounds weird. I feel like I like the French in France. It's like the standard, but then French Canadian sounds, and I don't think they'll be offended by me saying this, they sound drunk. Like, they literally sound drunk when they speak. French people make fun of French Canadian, right? They do sound drunk, do they not? They sound kind of like... So I did a French exchange when I was in high school, right? So I had somebody from France come here, and then we went to Quebec together, and then we heard French on the radio, but it took us so long to understand that it was French, and we looked at each other and we're like, what? What are they saying? Yeah, goofy. Goofy. Yes. I think we started saying drunk as in like, maybe we replace it. Yeah, almost like we say drunk as in goofy. Maybe that's what we mean. Perhaps, I don't know. But they do sound, sound funny. Yeah, I know, you know what it is? It's like, they're speaking and we're not understanding. So we're like, what are you saying, dude? So we're like, yeah, it's not me, it's you. You're the drunk one, I'm not. I don't know what you're saying, bro. It's okay. They make fun of people in Toronto too, because we also technically have a Toronto accent. I don't have it. I didn't grow up in Toronto. I grew up close to Toronto. We're supposed to... Well, I mean, it's kind of like Canadian... Well, America, Canada, and Britain. Britain is doing its own thing. Australia, too, is kind of... But they're just all variations of British. A really good example, two examples, is Portugal Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese, because I grew up speaking that, or listening to that. They also sound different, like French and French Canadian. And then Mexican Spanish versus Spain Spanish, or just literally any Spanish other than Spain, because they have the lisp because of the king. It's all about colonization. That's what it is. Ah, yeah. Oh no, Cleo. That's Australian. To be honest, I feel so bad for this, but when I was working as a barista, there was this guy named Jack, I say this because it's the most like it can be very British or it could be very Australian. And I thought he was Australian this whole time. He was actually British. Because we both celebrate Remembrance Day, Canada, and we're Commonwealth. We are technically British. So, he's like, oh, happy Remembrance Day. And I was like, oh, do they celebrate it over there? Not clocking that he's British. I was like, oh, right. Oh, sorry there, chap. My bad. But like when I went to London, it didn't really stand out to me or anything. It just was just like, yeah, they're speaking English. I understand they're speaking English, so whatever. If you want to sound English, just imagine you have a hot potato in your mouth. I've heard if you want to speak French, you should look like you're kissing all the time. Like that. I'm not gonna lie, it works a little bit. Mouth position. When you say all the time. Which is funny. Oh man. There's also a difference if you try and learn Portuguese, if you compare them. Brazilian Portuguese, this makes so much sense culturally. They open their mouth very wide, so they pronounce their vowels very big. So ah. But Portuguese, they tend to not do it as big. So just from seeing them talk, you're like, oh, I know which one. Also, they pronounce certain things differently. But then it makes so much sense because Brazilians are very loud in general. Wasn't it obvious? Hello. I'm quite loud. Okay, maybe this is good. No, wait. Okay, I think this is... See, I'm just yapping, but is this working? Don't know, actually. Oh yeah, I kept saying, poison reminds me of poisson all the time. And when I was a kid, because everything in Canada is labeled in French and English, we had these little sprinkles that were fish-shaped. So my brain was like, oh my god, the sprinkles are poison. They're not poisson, it's poison. I freaked out. I was quite the hypochondriac when I was younger. I thought everything would kill me. Everything would make me sick. So I went up to my mom and I was like, is this poison? What is this? I ate so many of the sprinkles. Are the sprinkles dangerous? So stupid. It was a good time. Good time. Poison gib. Oh, Arabic and Greek are very hard languages, huh? I think of, what do I know in Greek? Do I know anything in Greek, actually? Man, I don't think I do. Except for food. Of course, right? Who doesn't know food? Is it similar? Ooh. Oh, I should really save. You know, this whole time I didn't really save this version. I should really do that. Ooh. 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 Hey. Ooh. Let's save it. Save as? I do. Man, at some point I'm gonna have to figure this out because my thing is so disorganized. Okay then. French uses a lot of Greek. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Well, probably historically it makes sense. I don't know how. I'm sure it makes sense. Can I just make a dot? Will it... Oh, it was perfect. Wait, hold on. Come back. No! No! Okay, there it is. What other Greek foods? Banakopita? I worked with this one guy, and honestly, this was so boss of him. He had this really long name. You know, Greek names are crazy long. And I work with a lot of people, so this guy passes by, his name tag is like crazy long. And then I said his name, and I was like, do you have a nickname? And he was like, no. I went, okay. Fair. I'm just not gonna refer to you, honestly. It's too long. I remembered his name. It was just, I was just like, I don't want to say that every time. That's too much. I'd rather just not talk to you. If we were friends, it'd be different. I don't mind. But like, he was just this coworker that was just like over there, and I was like, okay, let's just not talk to each other. But then turns out we had the same music taste, because at my previous job, I could play music out loud. He liked Japanese music. And I was like, dang it, man. You can't do that to me, because now I want to talk to you. But I can't just keep referring to you as, hey, you, because your name is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it had like 5 syllables. People try and shorten my name, and like, even Azuki, they try and shorten it. It's already quite short. Like, Azuki, there's 3 syllables. It's short already. It's not too hard. You don't need it. It's not. I kept it easy. I think. I thought I did. I don't know. I don't know if I like this I added it because I thought it was like cute. Now I did all that and for no point. I don't know. In the end, I'm just going to use this text because that sound. This was too much. Ooh, Greek music probably is really good. I can't think of any that I own, like I have. Probably I've listened to. Probably. I have a pretty eccentric music taste. I'll listen to literally anything. So, Miserable. Have I heard of that? The thing is, like, you hear it in passing and then you're like, oh yeah, I know it. But then I'm like, yeah, but I'm just gonna keep this here. So then later I will find it. Just clearly. Like, I listen to a lot of Måneskin. I'm like super open to listening to music from any language, any country. I really don't care. I have some French too. Of course. Oh, okay. I haven't watched Pulp Fiction yet. I know, crazy. I don't know. I've been living under a rock. I don't know. Eventually, I'll get there. But if it's in that, I can imagine it's quite famous. All right, let's try and make this cute. I'm just like yapping, and because I'm procrastinating and I don't want to figure this out to be honest. Text is something that is. It's true. Just watch whatever you want. I do want to watch it. It's just a matter of when will I do it? I don't know. I say it all the time. I'm like, yeah, I want to watch that. French music. I can't remember on the top of my head like what other French musicians I know, but I think they're Québécois. Cœur de Pirate. I think they're not. They are. They're Canadian. Look at that. Stromae, of course. Of course. Kind of hard to escape that one. Ooh, hello. I am also from Earth. Or am I? I have such good internet connection. I'm actually not even. He's Belgian? Okay, hold on. We need to make this right. I'm sure there's somebody. Okay, well technically, but not really. I thought of Mika, but he's not French. However, he was raised in Paris. That's why I was thinking. Lebanese, right? But technically, I listened to him a lot when I was younger. I have some old French songs in my phone. Who made that song? Zubi Zubi Zoo? But I don't actually know. Spent time in France, but not actually French. What is happening? I think it's Poupée Désirée. That one as well. Saying that accent wrong probably. But you? You, that's okay. Her name is France. Is she French though? What is happening? This can't be real. The one from Eurovision. She's French! I found one! There we go. I'm sure I have something, but... this one? Okay, I don't have the accent on my thing, but just imagine the accent. Coupé d'essai, coupé de son. I thought it was just the first part, but apparently it's the whole thing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If anybody else wants to. That one. Yeah, do you remember? Okay. Yes, France gal. Yeah. Her name is France. Wait, there was that one person, Carla Bruni. Well, she has to be, right? She's quite famous, no? Italian and French. I remember she's first lady of France, right? But I was like, but is she French though? Yeah, Carla Bruni. Not actually French. What is this? Why are they not French? Why are they taking from you? Europe, they're all close together. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll continue working. My bad. I'll continue. I'll be productive. Opa. I do remember there was some kind of scandal with her. I do remember that. But I also remember I found her music through like a movie, I think. So escape jail, that's crazy. Well, she's not French, so she's okay. Apparently she's Italian. She's both. I don't know. Well, listen, if I was on Wikipedia, I would also have like some kind of complicated biography. There'd be like, oh, so she's from here, but like, she's also this, but she's also this, but she also... Yeah, good luck with my biography, guys. And if you look at her DNA test, actually, she's partially from this area. Crazy. We're from the future now. But listen, if you're from Europe, and then you do a DNA test, you're just gonna find literally like every European anything because like y'all can't keep your hands off each other. And I know because apparently when I did my DNA test, it said I was 30 above 30% European. I was like, oh my god, I'm white. That's crazy. No, apparently, of course, Portugal. It makes sense. Wazo? Any Wazo? What? Alright, we're gonna do the same thing I did earlier, but this time, doing it this way. I wanted to add these actually originally because I wanted to look like poison, like little poison. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I was thinking. Brightness, and then color, and then. Maybe I should have done it the reverse. Oh, cursed Quazo. Yeah, that is the correct. Yeah, that's the correct way to spell it. What do you mean? It is WAZ0. Zero. That's not even. I did too much math. Don't let me do math. It's not even the correct, like, not even the alphabet anymore. What are we talking about? What? Huh? Ooh. Oh, did you know? There's some interesting fact. I partially learned this from the famous story. It's a film on, not film, it's a show on Netflix. Anne of Green Gables, but it's a very famous story. But, Canada and Scotland are like, they have a lot of history together. So, might be Scottish if you're from Canada. Ooh, 4 a.m. Yeah, please get sleep. Merci. Thank you for stopping by. Literally au revoir, because you will see me again. I'll be here on the internet forever. For real. Oh, why is it just like, I don't like that. Isn't it weird that it's just like perfectly 3? Ew. I needed to like spread out a little. It's weird, but if I like solidify it, then it like pops up better. Okay. Now that I've had my fun little rant, always welcome to chat, by the way. Like, otherwise, what's the point of me streaming with my camera here? Otherwise, you get the chance to talk to the artist, I guess. Not in a pretentious way, but like literally, what else? Like, when else are we gonna talk? This is my first time trying cross-on nails, by the way. Do you want to see? They're very shiny. I don't know if they're gonna survive, but I'm very excited about it. They were like 15 bucks. Nothing better than cheap fashion. Not cheap fashion, sorry, hold on. Don't approve of fast fashion. I'm saying cheap. More affordable beauty. Okay. Sounds like the same thing. I know, it's complicated. Capitalism. Alright, we're doing the same thing that I did earlier. This time, maybe we'll streamline, we'll be faster. I don't know. I swear Jinshi is more interesting because she is more finished than he is. So. This? Maybe they're too close to each other? Then we expand. And this one, I think we expand by 10. Yes. Yes. No, it should be this color, right? No, it's this color. Whoa. 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 This, and then we do the multiply. So then it looks cool. Maybe? Does it look cool? I don't know. Shift it down here. Oh! 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 You see when I shifted the... What kind of crazy... supernatural... This is kind of entertaining though. Is it just me who's entertained? Okay, well, there's no other way for me to do that except to move it down. So. It like this. If I do it like this, I can actually push her on top of the text. However, is it possible for me to move this one? Yes! Clip Studio, I love you! Oh my god! That's wicked. Amazing. I love that so much. Alright, now we do the fun stuff. I don't know if this is really fun, but you know. I'm going to move it below this little sparkle. And one thing I'm a little worried about is if this is a sticker, right? This is gonna like stick out kind of weird. This end. Maybe I'll make it mola. Mola. Like that. You can still read that it says poison, right? Right? Y'all. Hope so. Alright, I have to blur this, right? Did I blur it? I don't remember blurring it, so let's just blur it. Actually, no, I can't blur this one because it's going to be the outline, right? Right. 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 You're like Kronk. Right. All of my like humor references are like from the 2000s. And I don't think I need more old people in my stream so that they know it. Please. I make references from Emperor's New Groove, The Grinch, like the Jim Carrey one. I'm currently rewatching it because it's Christmas time. El Dorado, iconic one. Both is good. Sinbad, robots apparently. Give me those big anime eyes. That one. That's... I don't like that this line is like a straight line. Do you see it? I've never noticed that. Why is it like so perfectly straight? It's weird. We're just gonna hide that. I didn't do that. Alright. Perfect. I don't know if it's perfect. I think that S should push out more. We did all that for me to be like, oh, but the S is a baby. Light S, you come with me, you're going to detention. Move over this way. And the croissant can move over here. I lied. I needed to cover that. So. Arguably, I could have like tilted it, right? Maybe that would have made it better. I wish I had somebody to tell me the right answer, but this is art and everything's subjective, so there's no right answers. Like that? I think that looks better. Did we solve it? And by we, I mean me, because it's only been me yapping and figuring this out. Just slightly. At least it's in the right position now. And now the P looks interesting. This is the thing about silhouettes. Here. If it's like overlapping, then you can't really, like if we were to block everything out, you wouldn't be able to understand what actually is happening. But now you can! Sounding like an infomercial over here. At the low price of $0.99. I used to make that joke all the time at my previous job, where it's like, at the low price of $0.99. Or at the low price of relaxation. You could work another half hour overtime. So dumb. All right. Except for you guys, it would be at the low price of $0. You could subscribe and watch me talk to myself with really bad humor. 3 times a week. In fact, you don't even have to subscribe. In fact, at the low cost of just showing up, you could see some content. I don't know. I think nobody is allowed to complain about my humor. Not that anybody has, but nobody is allowed to, because you could literally just not be here. It's not even a free country, it's free internet. You could just leave if you wanted to. But if you are still here, you're very cool. I appreciate. You're like super awesome. And also, what's wrong with you? Why are you watching such bad humor? Alright. In this case, I'll maybe make this part lighter. It's poison. Alright. Yeah. I think this one is pretty much there. Okay, it's really bothering me though. Like this one area here. Let's try and fix it. It's, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how to fix it, to be honest. Trying my best. Can I do it? Yeah, I can. Okay. It's just so straight. Hey man. Being straight is not a choice. However. See, really bad joke. But we can't have this really straight line next to another really straight line. It's just you can only have one straight line in the room. What? All right. Yay, that was one of them. As you have seen, we have Jinshi. I said if I had extra time, I yap too much, so maybe we won't. But I'm wondering if I should add a little gradient to this little sparkle, because he's kind of sad right now. I'm gonna do one of these. All right, let's compare. So this one was where we started for the stream. I'm not saying that we're done. We still have Jinshi. So this is where we started, and then we got over here. It's a little bit more polished. I changed the face a little bit. Originally her face was a lot more flat. Her neck didn't really make sense. Her hair was not herring like the fish. And then the poison, I added cleaner text because this was, I don't really know. And I think the savior here was just shifting a little bit. Other thing though, I do think this line should be darker. Looking at the previous one. Yeah, I do think so. Well, let's just go shopping and go through 1, 2, 3. Don't mess up. Like a clicking game. And then one other thing that I want to try that I don't know if we're gonna keep is I am going to take a light color and like make it like a bubble type. Now, was this the most efficient stream you've ever seen in your life? Probably not. Because today is just not a productive day for me. I don't know. Some days are like that for me. Couldn't tell you. Does this look better? I think it does. Like this and like that. And if you do it like this, I don't remember that song. No, too young. I checked my analytics recently because I had to check them for something, and like check the analytics for ages. A lot of y'all are actually majority of people are below 30, I believe. And then actually most people are above 18. But then you could just be lying and you could actually just not be saying that you're 16. There's a lot of teenagers to watch. No, I liked it before. I liked just the edge. Just at the bottom. Like that. Cute, right? Bellissimo. Let's move on to the next one. Let's save first, because for some reason this is still the PNG form. Leave the clip studio. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Do I even need to look for it? Can I just save it? Apparently it doesn't exist. I probably have two somewhere. Technically, I think this could have been cleaner, but like in small form, I think it's fine. I think it's good. Is it good? I think so. I could do some color correction, but we'll do that at the end. So, once again, she was here. And now, bam, she went on one of those makeover shows and one of those unethical makeover shows. Bam, there. There are some small things. Small things, like right here. real quick. Let me just. Perfectionism has a hold on me. Right. Now, let's take Jinshi. Do we like Jinshi? That was my Jinshi. Oh, can I? Nah, they're in different spots, right? Yeah, completely. Jinshi, I don't know if I'm going to do this circular form mat. Where is she? I completely lost her. Where did she go? There she is. Okay, oh my god. What happened? Do I also do? I feel like I should do the same format, right? He is simpler, so I don't have to spend as much time. Thank goodness, right? That being said, I do think I need to change his outfit. Because she's fancy and he's not fancy. It's weird. Like, they're not in the same scene. Which is, like, kind of okay, but, like... Momento, please. Alright. Pick him. I rarely draw handsome men. I mean, all the men I draw are handsome. However, I don't draw men, is what I'm saying. Unless I'm getting paid for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I do like men. Drawing men. I like raw men. Get it, raw men? Anyway. I don't have a problem with drawing men, and I don't have a problem with dude characters. It's just a matter of, like, I know I'm better at drawing girls, so then I end up drawing girls, and then I just keep drawing girls. And everyone likes looking at pretty girls on the internet, in terms of art. That sounded really weird. Let me rephrase that. I mean, pretty characters featuring girl characters, they tend to do very well. I don't know. I think it's because we have more, like, dynamic hair, colorful makeup. We can play with different elements and, like, outfits, unique fashion, and it's just like, you know, it's a thing. But with the dude characters, they tend to be, like, kind of one note a lot of the time. My dude characters tend to be a little bit feminine anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It don't matter. But yeah. Don't draw dudes as much. So we're gonna do... We don't have to do as much, I feel like. We just have to polish up his face a little bit. Because I knew that I was struggling a little bit to fix certain things. Maybe change his hairstyle, because I think his current hairstyle, I know it's like traditional Chinese wear, however, I think I prefer this one more than I prefer that one. It feels more suave. He feels cooler. He feels cooler. The character, he feels cooler. Okay, same thing. I'm going to cut him out. And then I'm going to add these details later. But as you can see, there's a lot less detailing in comparison to Mao Mao's. Oh, partially because I finished her and then I just basically did his. So I'm gonna go through, gonna clean him up. This is one of those streams that is really good and easy for me to yap the whole time, versus if I'm like doing something new, maybe it's more visually interesting, but I'm typically more low energy because I can't really say much while I'm thinking so hard all the time. Oh, we mix it up. We have fun here. Whatever that means. I always find that line really funny. We have fun here. found this hair a little bit off. Like I drew it wrong. Like I drew it too thick. It didn't look like hair that was being pushed. It just looked like hair that was draped that way. And so the scene here is like he's just naturally turning around and he just happens to be very shiny. Like that's just how he is. I think we got most of order there. Oh, now let's add his little hair bun. Not a hair bun. I also could, he is known to be quite androgynous in the anime itself. Like he is meant to look kind of equally feminine. Like he try not to spoil anything. But the whole point is he's like the same level of beauty as some of the women. So having him quite androgynous is fine. However, I do think I could make him a little more masculine. Tiny bit. My go-to when drawing masculine characters is just to give them eyebrows. That's the solution every time. Ah, you look like a woman? I'm just going to give you eyebrows. Now you don't look like a woman. What does that say about literally any woman with eyebrows? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. But in art terms, that would. Another thing I could do is reduce how pinky his lips are. They are very pink. I think if you were buying a sticker featuring Jinshi, it's like, oh, it's a handsome character that I like, right? Or you're getting them together because you're like, oh, I ship them, they're cute together. Usually, I think that's the case. I think Mao Mao is the one who's more popular. Obviously, she's the main character. Alright, sir. Time to give you a new hairstyle. I believe it's this type. There's a shiny business happening. Shiny, like the K-pop group. Y'all know that K-pop group? A long time ago. R.I.P. Add some of this like shiny detailing to make it look 3D. Yes, I think so. Okay, even his original art here has his hair kind of flowing. Magical man. I don't know. He looks like, I don't know. Masculine is it's a mindset. Okay. This is the other thing I do to make the dudes look more like dude. Make this part darker. Because the brow bone is a little bit, or it's like protruding more. However, this is an Asian man, so not always the case. This is a really good example. I was talking about it, I think, drawing the Persona characters. Persona is a little bit difficult, but for these two characters, they are like, what's it called? Based in China, like, you know. I don't know how I'm gonna what I'm trying to word here. Regardless, I just gave them the actual, because I didn't give them more anime proportions actually. Slightly. No, their eyes are bigger. But I did give them Asian double here. I don't know, I found that important. But when I make his eyes bigger, then it looks like he's cute. But I just wanted to make it like he's surprised because he's turning around. He's turning around to see you. Who are you? Literally you, the viewer. Oh, can you see? There's a sparkle in his eye too. Tiny, tiny one. The eyes aren't bad, it's just they don't match. There he is. That was before. Currently, actually, I defined his eyebrows, and now I'm like, separate yourselves, eyeballs. Not that far. That's a little bit much. I feel like I tend to do this with my masculine characters. Make their eyes a little bit smaller. I think because like I'm doing a girly character, I give them lashes and give the illusion their eyes are bigger. But when I do the reverse to the dudes, then it's like, oh yeah, difference. There's a difference there. I feel like I'm changing things. What's happening? Make it look cross-eyed, or does it correct him? Okay. It's like with those people who are trying to test whether they have a lazy eye or not, but I can't tell. I can't tell. What's happening? Alright. I stared at it for too long. I messed with myself. One thing though is that it looks like he's looking upward. This is like here. And... whatever. I'm move on. It's not important. This detail is almost the same. Just like there's another layer on top. Make this higher. Higher, sire. Here. Actually quite high on his neck, so maybe here. Commit. Commit. Do it. Commit, but don't commit crimes. Okay. And then like this. Okay, alright, okay, okay, alright, okay, okay, alright. You don't see what I'm seeing here. I'm looking at this. Maybe I should probably move him so we can both see him. Move over there, sir. That's what we're looking at. Alright. Now I'm gonna take a dark color. This will do. And add it here. Ooh, yeah. You see my your skill drawing on the same layer? If it doesn't sound sarcastic, please. Please. I used to work with this one boss. I could never tell if he was being sarcastic. And then he'd have to tell me, no, Azuki, I'm always being sarcastic. Do not assume I'm being... like, what? He was a funny guy. One time I saw him trip, and then I said... well, I just laughed, honestly. I laughed at him tripping, and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna tell HR. He's like, I could get you fired for that. You laughing at your manager almost dying? I'm like, it was funny. It was a good time. Good time. Now that I work by myself, the closest thing I can have to like funny stories is like streaming or being in person. When I do like events. What the itchy nose? And I have really wholesome stories, but not like hilarious stories. Because it's like, I feel like to have really funny stories, you have to like have like a prolonged interaction. Or you have to be like with each other for a long enough time where you witness something weird happen. Sometimes when something weird happens on stream though, where somebody, very odd interaction, very like rare. Somebody says something super unhinged. I do message my friend and go, you see that? That was crazy. But on stream, there's nothing to share. Except my tellings of when I was a working woman. Sir, why are you wearing a poncho? No, I don't think that's the right culture. Actually, this part was really tricky. I didn't know how to do this exactly. But, I think it turned out okay. For the most part, this part. I think if we, like, make it look intentional, it'll be fine. Eh. Like maybe if I do like this. No, maybe not. Or like this, right? I don't know, if you make it look PC, then it looks correct. PC, as in like pieces. That typically anime hair does that. Versus like realistically it would be in a bunch of chunks. But who can animate that? Not me. I can't animate anything actually. Not really. Blinking maybe. Speaking of, I recently learned that Clip Studio has a puppet warp function. I have no idea if you can use it for animation. However, I am absolutely going to use that eventually. That tool looks sick. And I'm confused as to why I didn't know it was a thing. Alright, now is the part that I hate. Oh, but let me show you. We changed his outfit! All in one layer. A miracle. Miraculous. I do believe in miracles. I remember what that song. Prince of Egypt? I also referenced that one. Merge it, or do I? Oh, at this point I have to merge it because. All right. Answer my own question. Now this is a part where I'm like, no, sir, you're so funny. No, I don't think so. We're not doing all that. So we're gonna simplify the heck out of that. Because who do you think I am? No, really, who do you think I am? If you're on this stream and you don't know who I am, hey, I'm a Zuki. Not a zookeeper, but I am a Zuki. Not a zucchini, but I am a Zuki. Please don't call me a zucchini. I actually really don't like zucchini. Like, you can do it, but I probably just... My camera is available, so I can just look at you. How the heck am I gonna draw this for real? Also, this is the wrong kind of color. I just realized I should. I'm gonna add some of the green for Mao Mao. Where are you, Mao Mao? Make a guest appearance. There you go. Thank you. Bye. I'm gonna make this. Closer, but it's a little bit off. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. There we go. Yes, solid man, wearing solid colors. The gold doesn't look like it. If I don't, well, how the heck am I gonna do this? Alright, we're gonna make it up, right? Okay. I'm gonna take a... Take this color here. Oh yeah, isn't that the most beautiful color? Girl wears Devil Wears Prada. Or watches Devil Wears Prada. Cerulean blue. Okay. Got the frame. It's kind of good that it's blurry because I have no idea what's going on, which is good. I don't replicate it in detail. We could also just shorten the amount of clothing showing. Like, we don't need all this information. Okie dokie. Gonna take a... I guess we're doing green and like these reds, right? So... Oh man. You know what would be smart? Maybe we do like this. The greens. You should probably eat your greens. Greens, greens, green. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? More green. Green, 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 green. Could cut it like this instead, or I think that's probably better, slightly shorter. I don't know. Also, I have a really bad brick. Something going on with my neck. It's I bet I could have hidden a message in his shirt or his clothing, but do the Chinese/Japanese cloud situation. This one looks ugly. I'm gonna search this outfit up actually. Understand why I didn't use this outfit the first time. It's really hard to find a reference of this specific outfit for some reason. I found it, I think, on Amazon. Of all places. What? How did that happen? I don't know. All right. In fact, this layer is like really light. Oh. Okay, now the border kind of disappeared, but whatever. And then we're also going to take this color. Just gonna like fake it, really. Make a red. Am I on the right layer? Like what? It is. It is drawing the border. Like what? Add white. Apparently there are white flowers here. I should have used this brush actually, because it adds a tiny bit more texture just to make it look like I did something. Looks like I put in effort. See, this is what it actually looks like. I kind of like the fact that, like, you know, I'm not a big streamer by any means, and I don't plan on being a big one. Just, you know, decently nice where it helps out a little. But I do like the word debunking certain things. Like, it always looks like artwork is so like detailed and beautiful, amazing. It is beautiful, but it's definitely not that detailed. It's kind of like people on social media, especially, where it looks like, oh, they have their life together, and then you zoom in and you're like, oh, they don't have their life together, they just show off what is together. And that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles, folks. Alright, now time to do the middle piece where I'm like, what on earth do you mean? What even is that? What even is that? It looks like a bird of some kind, but do I understand what I'm looking at? Absolutely not. Dog's losing it out there, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Go off, sis. Man, I don't know what the... Here. This is not what it looks like. But you know what? Frankly, I don't give an embroidered Chinese brocade tunic. I don't give it. And if I zoom out, does it look right? Yeah, it does. Good enough. Oh, nope. I am crazy. Oh, man. He's good. Magic, huh? It looks like I did so much, but I did absolutely nothing. Is this one? Ah, this one. And even the animators put in more effort than I did right now. I'm like, no, I don't think so, actually. bit on the little bird situation. I don't think there's any point in keeping those separate. Hair goes on top. There's also hair on this side too, so like actually it was not that deep. It was never that deep. The water was shallow enough to walk in. Merge it. Just merge it. Just, what are we doing? Desperate times. Move your eyeball over, bro. This whole time, I was like, what is going on? Eyeball. Alright, what else? Oh. Other than polishing it. Ah, his this part here. Sir, I can't reference it if it's not here. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna take his gold. On another layer here. Definitely not this color. We're just taking it for now because what else am I supposed to do? Oh, I think more like here. I like if it's on an angle. Like if we're looking at it perspective-wise, it would be like this. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna search up his hairpin because it does show in the show. Jinshi hairpin. It's a different hairpin. Thank you so much for that. Okay. This. And actually, this image is different. His pin actually goes through his hair. Like this way. So I'm like, what? Huh? We won't see it because of the angle we're at. Or like that. This. Real quick. Get shiny, shiny. She looks so different in the anime. What's happening? There we go. Okay. I was tripping. I was like, am I drawing the character wrong? Is this right? Dang. Okay, I'm gonna take this goldy color. Apply it. Oh, it's not like very gold yet. Now we gotta fix this part here. I think all of it would be showing. The top part. So this part, it's like hidden here underneath. And now for the fun part that I want to add. This ribbon. Bring it back. The other part would be, I believe, back here, so we won't see it. Maybe behind it. Maybe I should have. Oh, on his shirt, it's a phoenix. I mean, it's not a shirt. That would make sense. To be honest, a lot of the anime that I like are based in Chinese mythology. What is that? I don't know. Fushi Yugi, for example. I didn't watch it actually. I read it when I was a teenager, and then I watched the anime as an adult. And I believe it's a 90s anime. Yeah, it's based in Chinese mythology. And then Ramma. I also watched it, or again, read it a little bit when I was younger, which is weird because I feel like it's maybe you should watch that as a teenager or something. But read a little bit of it, and they are remaking it, right? I actually really enjoyed it as well. So I'm like, what is going on? Why are all the enemies that I like Chinese, actually? No problem with them, I'm just confused. Why is that a thing? I want to make it shiny. Make it look like it wasn't forgotten. Alright, handsome man. Missing here. Aside from making this extra shiny. Oh, here. I think I wanted to make this more impressive. So, yeah, we can do that. These are designed as stickers, right? Can't break it up too much. If it's like shiny, if you had like hair here. Oh, here. I couldn't do this in Procreate. Not in love with this silhouette. Alright, looks like that's pretty much it for his illustration part. Just a matter of doing his like actual border now to make him look extra fun and interesting. This tiny part. Alright. Oh. Still not really jazzed about his eye. This one eye. Fix one more time. Sometimes you just gotta let it go, you know? I do not want to flip it. Or maybe I should flip it. Man, I'm gonna flip it. Alright. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Is he mad off balance? He's a little off balance, isn't he? Your nose could move over a little bit. Your ear as well. He's kind of tiny, his ear.
the straight thing stay straight because not meant to bend it anyway, right? Oh, I can't turn my neck. Man. Okay, if I flip it, will he look okay? This is my concern. I don't want to do too much on this side because as soon as I flip it, then it starts to look weird again, and then it's a whole thing. Does he look better? I think he looks better now. So, that was the goal anyway. Alright. Now for him, he's relatively easy in comparison to Mao Mao. We're going to... Okay, rude. We're going to select him. We're going to expand. Wait, hold on. No. Wait, we're doing it different. So... I'm going to take Mao Mao's setup here. I'm going to take this circle. Also apply it to him. Don't know how well it's gonna work. In his case though, we don't have text. So I think we're just making certain parts extend. But we're following the bottom as the guide. What am I trying to do here? Okay. So I want this part to stick out. I don't want this part, but I would like this part. Like that. Now that I see it together like this, I'm gonna like play with it. it's easier this way, actually. I'm gonna use a layer mask instead of trying to do this. Only thing is, right here we have to fill it back in. Or cheating. A little bit. This. Now this part is the same as Mao Mao. We're going to take this part and make him into a sticker within a sticker, essentially. I'm gonna select band. Last time I did by 50, right? This is going to be stuck to the base here. What color did I use? Stealing my own colors so they match. Hold on. We have to do the same thing as well. So I do it for her? That's a different challenge, huh? Is his hair sticking out? Under. This part and this part will stick out and go back in. That kind of looks weird. Unless his hair just doesn't stick out. And he's like this. This is also like this. There. Well, for now, let me try it this way. Actually, I'm going to duplicate her and then make her smaller so I can use her just for oh, look at them, they're all cute together.
Do you see my dilemma now? So the base is extending. I don't know why this side here is like so big. Don't really know what happened there. Oh, I know what happened. It's because this is hidden. Okay, but anyway, normally I would just stick it into the thing. Like so. And maybe only have the top excluded. I know that the sparkles are going to stick out, so maybe it's fine. Hold on, let me duplicate that one circle again because not even a circle, really. It's not even a circle. I don't want to change the shape of the circle. I rather change him into the right shape so that I know that they are the right size, so that they will look like a pair. Originally I wanted it like this, but then I don't know how to do the outside. I thought I'd have extra time to do things, but I yap too much. Quite frankly, I was too much of a yapper. Trying to see if I can find a solution. This part I know I want it to be into the shape here. That ain't a problem. This part is the problem. The solution would be to do it like this. But then it kind of looks awkward, doesn't it? Right, so that's gonna be my answer then. Like this also looks awkward. Unless I can make this part like stick out like this and be all the way around, but then they don't look the same. That's weird. I don't actually know how to put them together now. Right, we're also putting in. The only thing I won't have clipped in is the top of his head here. I'll add this to the selection and add this to the selection, and then I can color this part in. Haha, problem solving. And then it'll be like that instead. And then the only thing that'll stick out are the sparkles, and then See, it's starting to make sense. His hair still looks like it's flipping this way anyway. I think it's fine. Right? Yeah, I sure hope so. I don't think there's anything in this layer. Okay, so then this layer will be this purple. And stealing from her again. I'm going to draw the sparkles correctly over here. I believe when I did this on Procreate, I did it with like crazy stabilization. So I only did it in like 4 strokes. Rather than like try and map it out better. I was supposed to do more work after stream today, but right now my neck is killing me. Oh my god. Crazy. I would even go further on stream for us, but right now, I worked it out earlier because I stretched it earlier to try and alleviate it. And drawing now. Basically, the level it is, I've had this when I was younger as well. Not that much younger, just a few years ago actually. But it happened to my right side as well. I don't know exactly what the cause was. I can't remember. But basically, I cannot look all the way to the right. Like, as soon as I get to this point, I can't do it. But on my left, I can go all the way. Isn't that crazy? The left, I can go even further. The right, can't go anymore. Stuck. Because it hurts. Oh, maybe I'll have to rest it up. Ow. Kinda distracting, not gonna lie. It's also quite dangerous because when you're driving, if you are a driver, you will know. You gotta look over your right shoulder to switch lanes. I drove earlier today and I was like, I can't turn all the way properly. Kind of not great. I do have to drive tomorrow, so kind of concerning, a little bit. But don't worry, next stream I will also be doing more things. I won't be working on these guys because they'll be pretty much done. Hooray! However, I did want to work on a new batch of Zelda stickers. I had some cute ideas that I sketched out already, and I had some cute concepts for a Rumi and Ginu sticker. Not together. It's like separate ones. You could pair them up together, I guess. But then the thing is, I don't know if the hype has died down, so I'm kind of like, maybe I'll just do... I can't just do Ginu, because I tried to do them in pairs, not pairs, in trios. And I don't think I'm the type of person to draw Derpy, the tiger, even though I love him. I would die for him. Unfortunately, it's not my style. I think I chose to put this one yellow, actually, to contrast the purple. A bit more yellow than orange.
then I can't individually do, for the Kpop Demon Hunters idea, I can't individually do just like Mira. It would have to be Mira and Zoe. So then I'm like, I don't know, this is kind of risky. I feel like dying down. Which is why I just wanted to do Rumi and Ginu. With like matching poses or something. Matching, but like you don't have to get them together or something. It makes more sense for me to do like all the Saja boys, because I did all Huntrix with the girlies, but then Saja boys, first of all, I don't like all of them, and there's 5 of them, there's too many. Just straight up, there's just too many. So for this one, it looks like these sparkles are behind it, because if we're sticking with the sticker concept, these sparkles are actually behind. Or most of them are, except this one on the right. Okay, so we're gonna figure that out, I guess. Expand. I think we did 20, right? I lied. We don't do 20. We do 20 more. Color, we do that, and then again do this. I have to merge together. No. These two I can merge together. No. Hold on. Because some of them are on top and some of them aren't. That's why I'm like, oh my god. Okay, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to separate them, because I believe you can do that with Studio. Make it look like sticky. Weird. That only happens when I'm streaming. Like they can hear us. Right, we merge these, and then this one, and which one? These two. No. These 3. These 2 are going underneath him. Going to put them down here. Okay, sorry. How do I do this? But we're not doing that. Sorry. We're gonna cut around. This is the only one on top, so these guys we're going to have to draw back in? Yes, I can. Thank goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was gonna get stressed. I was like, oh my. also here. One of y'all need to. That. Yes, we're figuring it out. Thank goodness. I didn't do was blur this part out. Just slightly. Now I can, for a little bit, I'm going to have to like this. Wait. Yes. Okay. I'm going to shade the parts. Shaded. Here. Now I put it back. This. One difference here. Actually, I should have figured that out earlier. These backgrounds actually not supposed to be blue. I should have caught on. Whoops. It is blue, but a different blue, so that's rough. Okay. I'm gonna go through, color correct those. How do I do this? There is an easy way to do this. What are we coloring here? Oh, I need to color this. Yes, you can see it. Now the shadow is not this teal blue, but it's more of a saturated blue. And this color arguably should also be the subtle one. And the last one is these ones here. It wasn't that bad, see, it was like no time. For the interest of this sticker to work better, maybe I'll make the border like a little bit thicker, so there's less chance of like error when they're making them. I could not make these myself, to be honest. I would not be able to do it very well. Alright, now it's time to do that step that is added to the other ones. Oh, I forgot the Kita. I guess I have to add that. There is text on. But it's easy, it's like right here. I drew it in, but it didn't show up. Here? I mean, I don't technically need to add it, but like, I liked it. So, wait, that's alright. That's that's hiragana, not katakana. I'm actually really bad at katakana. So if anybody can read it, they'll get this like additional information. It's like, ah, that's the vibe. Yes, I could have just duplicated it. That was probably the smarter thing to do. Were you thinking it? Were you thinking it and didn't tell me? You genius, you. I could have done that, then I realized that there was a layer underneath it. Or a brush stroke underneath it. Key. Kind of like Death Note. Kira. What do you think about it? I don't know if this was intentional. I'm sure it was intentional. I just didn't. I don't know if it was intentional by Yagami. Akira. It sounds like killer with a Japanese accent. He's Akira. Was that intentional? Was that in the story? I don't remember at all. Death Note's another one to probably make good fan art of, but however, it's been a century and it wasn't my favorite. This one. I'm not sure about this. We might add it. It's just a cute little added thing. If I can fit it in. But it'll be tiny, 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 tiny if I fit it in here. The option to like move one here and then put one over there. I originally thought that, but then I was like, here. Or just literally put it over here instead. I don't know. How do we feel? Do we feel it? Are we feeling it? Right. Here we were. Okay. I'm kind of doing it in reverse now. Okay, so that's actually just a plain color. And then on top of that, we're doing like this color as the the tone. Obviously, it's not gonna appear just yet. Oh, nope. One. This, and then we're using the brightness, and then we're changing the color of it. And it's gonna be this color. And you can change it to like multiply or something. However, if you change it to multiply and then you like reduce it, it doesn't change the lightness of it. It just like makes them smaller. Not what I'm going for. Unless I use a mask, then I can do it. Maybe these tones should be bigger. Or smaller. What do I want? I also thought about adding them in the sparkle itself, but then it felt overkill. However, in this one, maybe it's not overkill? Well, let's try that actually. It never ends with me. It never ends. There's always another thing. We could always be more extra. I don't know, is it cute? Maybe if it was less... maybe like that. Dead. That? What do we think? It was between this or this. Whoop. And I wouldn't do both because then it's too much. There's too much going on, man. Too much going on! Like, so, like this. Maybe we do need the frequency. I don't know. Maybe we need the balls, the dots, to be bigger. Oh, I lost it. Also, there's a detail missing here. Not because I forgot it, but because I did forget it. What am I talking about? But because I didn't get there yet. But right here, there's also going to be. So there is this one. Then I was thinking, hear me out. Bright yellow. The light is not that bright at all. Then it matches the poison text. To do here was right behind the Kira Kira, just lighten a little bit. I don't know. That's for the most part. Is I think what I was going for. Kinda. No. So that's what I did. What? Let's see them both next to each other. I'm gonna color correct them. I think I might polish them up a little tiny bit off stream. That tends to happen anyway. Just like clean up things here and there. Like for example, Jinshi's lines. I didn't actually do them. I was like looking at the time going, it's not. So this was, but for him, let me show you. This was what he was from Procreate. That's how far I got. And then this is how far I could get him in Clip Studio Paint. Much more polished, for sure. I mean, actually it's less polished, and that's the point. It looks more lively, I think. Yeah. I changed his outfit. Changed things here and there. For the most part, the overall feeling is the same, though. Like he's spinning around. He's very sparkly. That's the vibe. Yeah. Let's see them next to each other. First of all, let me organize my thoughts because goodness gracious, where are you, bro? He's so many layers. See, so many layers that this one got included. What? Huh? Excuse me, you're excluded. Okay. Edit? 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 Okay. So. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go. There's Jinshi. Put him over there. Put him there. Put him over there. Whoa. Can you see that the effect changes as I move him? It's so trippy. Me out a little bit. There they are next to each other. Do they look like a pair? Are they cute? I think they're cute. Oh, they're very close to the edge. It's freaking me out a little bit. Not that it's a problem, it just freaks me out. Their heads are not the same size. I have given up on trying to make my
character stickers' heads match. It's not like they're the exact same scene. It's just like they're up here. Okay. They're not the same size, but it's fine. I did want to do like color correction. But before I do that, anybody, let me see the before and afters. They're hiding back there. Come on out, y'all. This was their before and after. This was Mao Mao at the beginning. This was Jinshi at the beginning, done in Procreate. And then, oh bam. This is them now. I yapped a lot, but still managed to finish Mao Mao basically. I wasn't sure about adding this like circular background, but then I did, and then I did it to Jinshi too. And now they match. Aren't they so cute? Yay! Okay, let me do my color correction. You know me. If you don't know me, I am obsessed with saturation. So let's make them more saturated. Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? I always think, it's already saturated. I don't even need to saturate that much. And then when I saturate it, I'm like, oh, holy cow. Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. That's too much. That's too much. Okay. Whoa. Calm down. I think now that I remove it, it looks so desaturated. Isn't that crazy? Okay, but Mao Mao, I think, looks much better saturated. So I think we're going to have to color correct them separately a little bit. Excuse me? How did that happen? Who's getting color corrected here? What? Which one of you? Alright. Now, for Jinshi, we'll do him separately. He's a little too saturated. It makes his face look like blown out and too red. So we can adjust his hues to make it work better. Actually, I don't think his saturation is a problem. He's quite saturated, I feel. Maybe a little bit. But that can be accomplished with brightness and contrast. Ooh, my favorite. So, we're gonna add some contrast to him. I don't know how to do colors that well. Don't let this fool you. I know how to color adjust here and there. That's what's been saving my butt for the past year. For real. See before after? It doesn't look like that like kapow, you know? But then it does make a difference. I think it makes more of a difference on his face. I think it may have made him too dark though, so let's like lower the contrast. Very subtle. I need a tiny bit. Then in that case, we will do some hue saturation. Tiny bit. Tiny. There's like 3 or something. Mao Mao looks the most impressive though. This is crazy. Bam! It's so entertaining to me. Like, she already looked quite bright and colorful, but now she's like, if I was shopping and I saw that sticker, I'd be like, I want to look at it because it's shiny and bright. But to be honest, when I print out my stickers, they actually become a little bit more desaturated because they've been printed. They're on paper. They're not on a fancy retina display. So I have to actually push it more in order for it to work better. I have to push the brightness contrast more so it reads better when it's small. So this is actually nothing. Like I could go harder. I could do it. Don't test me. Ooh. Yeah, there they are. Woohoo! I thought I was gonna have extra time. Sometimes I actually, when I say I think I'm gonna have extra time. I actually have extra time. But this time, I was talking about accents and stuff. But I think they turned out pretty cool. I'm happy. Hope you're happy. I hope you stay safe. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. But I will be streaming on Wednesday, Thursday, and I don't think I've said it yet. I am going on vacation. You should also take it easy because it's going to be winter break soon. So, oh, I just realized I forgot to add his highlights. Well, I'll do that off stream. So, hope you take it easy. I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye.